Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Talk Sara English. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Mike. Today we're diving into something we hear a lot but sometimes feels complicated. Discipline.
Discipline. The word itself can feel heavy, like rules, schedules, or pressure.
Yes, many people think discipline means doing hard things all the time with no fun allowed.
But really, discipline is much simpler. It's about taking small steps consistently toward what matters to you.
And it's about respect, too. Respecting your goals, your time, and your energy.
One of the first things I notice about discipline is that it starts with small actions.
Small actions?
Yes, waking up 5 minutes earlier, writing one sentence, making a healthy choice.
Wow, that feels manageable. I thought discipline was about waking up at 5 a.m. every day.
That's a common misconception. Discipline is gradual, not extreme.
And small steps, consistently applied, create big results over time.
Another thing is that discipline is a mindset.
How so?
It's about showing up even when you don't feel like it. Even a little bit counts.
That's reassuring. It's not about being perfect, it's about trying.
Exactly. Trying consistently builds strength and confidence in yourself. And discipline is connected to choices.
Yes, every time you choose to act toward your goal, even in a small way, you practice discipline.
Like choosing to review a few words in English instead of scrolling your phone.
Tiny, simple choices, but powerful.
And over weeks, those tiny choices become habits, which feel natural and less stressful. Discipline is also about understanding yourself.
How do you mean?
Knowing your energy, your limits, your rhythm.
Not forcing yourself into someone else's schedule.
Exactly. Respecting your natural pace is part of discipline. And sometimes discipline is about patience.
Patience?
Yes, progress takes time. Results don't happen instantly.
And without patience, we give up too soon.
Even small, consistent actions compound into big changes over months or years. Another important thing is kindness towards yourself.
That's interesting. Kindness and discipline together?
Yes, being disciplined doesn't mean being harsh.
So no yelling at yourself for missing a day of practice?
Exactly. You acknowledge it, adjust, and keep going.
That approach keeps energy and motivation alive.
And discipline is also about focus.
Yes, choosing what to prioritize and not letting distractions pull you away.
Even small focus sessions like 10 minutes of reading or 5 minutes of stretching build your discipline muscles.
That's encouraging. I thought discipline meant huge, exhausting sessions.
Nope, consistency beats intensity every time. Another thing I love is that discipline is empowering.
Oh, yes. When you practice it gently, you realize you can achieve more than you thought.
And that builds confidence. You trust yourself to follow through.
And confidence makes it easier to take the next step.
And discipline can be fun if you approach it with curiosity.
Fun?
Yes, instead of thinking, I have to do this, you think, I'm curious to see what happens if I try today.
That's a great way to reduce pressure. Curiosity makes discipline feel lighter and more engaging.
And, discipline also teaches responsibility.
How so?
Each time you commit to a small action, you're practicing responsibility to yourself.
And that self-responsibility naturally spills over into other areas of life.
Exactly. English, work, health, relationships, it all benefits from gentle discipline. Discipline also helps reduce stress in the long run.
That's interesting.
Yes, when you have small routines and follow them consistently, your days feel calmer and more predictable.
Predictable in a good way, not boring.
Exactly. Structure without pressure brings peace and freedom. And discipline grows stronger when you notice your progress.
Even tiny progress?
Yes, each completed task, each step forward reinforces your confidence and motivation.
That makes sense. It's like seeing your effort pay off even a little.
And that feeling encourages you to keep going, gently but steadily. So, discipline isn't harsh, scary, or stressful.
It's consistent, kind, and empowering.
And it's built one small action at a time, day by day.
And even tiny daily steps create massive changes over months or years.
Mike, one of the things I notice about discipline is that it's closely tied to self-respect.
Oh, yes. Treating yourself with respect by taking small, consistent actions is a form of self-discipline.
Exactly. When you respect your time, energy, and goals, discipline feels natural instead of forced.
That's a relief. I always thought discipline was about being strict with yourself all the time.
Not at all. It's about gently guiding yourself toward your goals while staying kind and patient. Another thing is that discipline is easier when we focus on one step at a time.
One step at a time?
Yes, instead of trying to change everything at once, you focus on a small, manageable action.
Like starting with 10 minutes of exercise instead of an hour at the gym.
Exactly. Small steps compound into long-term change without overwhelming you. And here's a secret. Discipline works best when it's tied to something meaningful.
Meaningful?
Yes, if your actions connect to your values or dreams, it's easier to follow through.
Ah, so learning English not because you have to, but because you want to communicate with confidence.
Exactly. Motivation makes discipline lighter, more enjoyable, and more sustainable. And discipline doesn't mean being perfect.
Yes, perfectionism can actually destroy discipline.
Exactly. If you miss a day, skip a step, or make a mistake, you don't quit, you adjust and keep going.
That's the beauty of gentle discipline. It's forgiving, flexible, and consistent.
Another thing I love is how discipline builds momentum.
Momentum?
Yes, each completed action creates a sense of achievement which motivates the next action.
Like rolling a snowball. Small at first, but it grows bigger over time.
Exactly. Momentum turns small efforts into meaningful progress. And self-awareness plays a huge role in discipline.
How do you mean?
Understanding your habits, energy levels, and triggers helps you plan actions that actually work for you.
So you don't force yourself to study English at midnight if your brain shuts down then.
Exactly. Discipline works best when it's aligned with your natural rhythm. Another key thing is celebrating small wins along the way.
Yes, every step forward deserves acknowledgement.
Even completing one task, sending one email, or learning one new word in English counts.
And celebrating makes discipline feel encouraging instead of punishing.
Discipline is also about being consistent, not perfect.
Consistency over intensity.
Yes, 10 minutes every day beats 2 hours once a week.
And it builds a habit that feels natural, not forced.
Habits are the secret strength behind every disciplined person. And you know, discipline grows when we notice our own progress.
Seeing results motivates us to keep going.
Even small signs of progress, feeling more focused, learning a phrase in English, or finishing a task reinforce our efforts.
Yes, momentum again. The feeling of accomplishment becomes fuel.
Another thing about discipline is that it's connected to patience with ourselves.
Patience is huge.
Yes, change and growth take time. You don't see results instantly.
And impatience can make you give up too soon.
But patience allows you to keep taking small steps, day after day, without frustration. And discipline can be fun when you approach it with curiosity.
Fun?
Yes, instead of thinking, I have to do this, think, I wonder how it will feel if I try today.
Curiosity transforms discipline from a chore into a playful experiment.
Exactly, and playful actions feel lighter and more natural. Discipline is also about courage.
Courage?
Yes, Courage to keep going even when it's uncomfortable, even when you want to quit.
And courage grows each time you follow through, even a little.
Each small action strengthens your confidence and resilience. And respecting your own progress is also part of discipline.
Like saying, I'm proud I tried today, even if it wasn't perfect.
Exactly. Recognition of effort fuels motivation and keeps you moving forward.
It's like giving yourself a gentle high five every day.
And discipline also teaches you to focus on what you can control.
Yes, you can't control everything, but you can control your actions, your attitude, your effort.
And focusing on these things makes your energy more productive and your progress more visible.
It's empowering because you realize you can make change step by step.
And finally, discipline grows stronger when you connect it to your values.
Doing things that truly matter to you makes effort feel meaningful.
And meaningful effort is sustainable. You don't feel burdened, you feel motivated.
That's the secret. Discipline doesn't have to be painful. It can be calm, intentional, and enjoyable.
Mike, one of the most beautiful things about discipline is how it transforms small actions into confidence.
Absolutely. When you follow through, even a little, you start trusting yourself more.
Yes, that trust becomes a quiet inner strength that makes challenges feel manageable.
And it grows quietly, almost like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets.
And discipline isn't about pushing yourself harshly.
Not at all. It's about guiding yourself kindly, consistently, and gently.
Like taking small steps, noticing progress, and celebrating each effort along the way.
Even if it's just doing one task you didn't want to do, it counts.
Every step counts, and every step reinforces your ability to follow through. And here's something else. Discipline teaches patience.
Yes, not everything happens immediately.
Exactly. Even small changes take time, and that's okay.
Impatience can ruin motivation, but gentle patience keeps progress steady.
And steady progress builds confidence, even if it's slow. Another thing is that discipline gives you freedom.
Freedom? That sounds surprising.
Yes, the more disciplined you are, the more control you have over your time, energy, and choices.
True. You start choosing what's important instead of reacting to everything.
And that freedom makes life feel lighter and more joyful. And discipline grows when we forgive ourselves for setbacks.
Yes, if you miss a day or make a mistake, you don't give up.
You adjust, reflect, and continue. Each setback is a lesson, not a failure.
And that gentle approach keeps motivation alive.
Discipline also becomes easier when we focus on what we can do instead of what we can't.
Yes, even small actions make a difference.
And over time, those actions accumulate into big, meaningful change.
It's amazing how small, consistent choices build momentum in life.
And another thing I love about discipline is how it shapes our mindset.
How so?
When you practice small steps consistently, you start believing in your ability to act.
That belief becomes a quiet power that shows up in everything you do.
Even your confidence in English, work, or relationships grows because you've practiced showing up. Discipline also teaches clarity.
Yes, when you're consistent, you start noticing what works and what doesn't.
And that clarity makes future decisions easier, reducing stress and confusion.
You start trusting yourself, your choices, and your timing.
And that trust is liberating. It makes action feel lighter, not heavier. And sometimes, discipline is simply about curiosity.
Curiosity?
Yes, curious about what happens when you try, curious about how small steps can grow.
That makes the process playful instead of stressful.
Curiosity keeps you engaged, motivated, and even excited about progress. Discipline also teaches self-respect, as we've discussed before.
Absolutely. Each small effort is a way of honoring yourself and your goals.
And when you respect yourself, you naturally maintain consistency without feeling forced.
It's like a gentle partnership with yourself, guiding, encouraging, and supporting.
Another important aspect is celebrating the process, not just the results.
Yes, each step, each day of effort is valuable in itself.
Even if progress feels small, it compounds over time and strengthens your confidence.
And celebrating keeps motivation alive without pressure.
And let's not forget patience with the unexpected.
Life doesn't always go according to plan.
But discipline helps you stay steady, adapt, and continue even when things change.
Flexibility and discipline together create a balanced, confident approach to life.
And finally, remember, discipline is a journey, not a destination.
Yes, it's about consistent effort, small actions, and gentle persistence.
Every day you practice, every small step counts toward building a stronger, more confident you.
And over time, all those tiny actions create big results, quietly but powerfully.
Before we finish, we'd love to hear from you.
Yes, leave a comment and tell us one way you've practiced discipline recently.
Or a moment when you followed through on something small and it gave you a sense of confidence.
Sharing your story might inspire someone else, and that's the magic of gentle, consistent discipline.
That's it for today's episode.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Keep practicing small steps every day. Be patient with yourself. And remember, discipline doesn't have to be harsh. It can be kind, consistent, and empowering.
And keep noticing your progress, celebrating your wins, and trusting yourself along the way.
Goodbye, everyone. Remember, each action you take, no matter how small, builds your confidence, focus, and strength.
Bye. Take care and keep moving forward with gentle, consistent discipline.